And good morning and welcome to another edition of the Saturday Sports Show. My name is ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ralph Williams. I am the host of the Saturday Sports Show and also with RW Media Productions. And what do you want to talk about? And let me talk to you. Speaking of that, today I want to congratulate Cody Rhodes. He is now back to being the WWE champion in the WWE. So we're going to throw that because possibly on Tuesday, Smoking Jim Frazier and I are going to be going 2 hours up until the draft with special draft coverage. And we're also having, I'm having guys on from all the different teams that have not only just new coaches, but also to talk about what their team's doing for the draft. Big trade yesterday, as we all know, and those of us who didn't know or don't know, or those of you out there, a couple different things went on this week in the NFL, a lot of moving parts. Max Crosby has been traded to the Baltimore Ravens, and that does not bode well for the Steelers at all. Now you have Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, and Max Crosby all in the same conference. And as I mentioned, that does not bode well for the Steelers unless the Steelers are making plans to go after Trey Hendrickson, which I probably doubt they are. So we will find out what's going to happen there. But I got to give Jesse Minter and the Ravens organization a lot of credit for going after this. They give up 2 first-round draft picks, one for this year and one for next year for Max Crosby. So if it's worth it, fine. If he gets hurt and he ends up in the tub the whole season, forget about it. It's over.
Then that's good for us then.
Oh, yeah, that is good for the Steelers. Absolutely, Kinsman. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. But I just want to let everyone know what happened with that. Kyler Murray also was released this week. Also, Steelers released Jonnu Smith, former Miami tight end. It's been an interesting week. When Sunday hit March 1st, that's when everything started to get where it needed to be. And today we're going to go over all of the wide receivers that are available in free agency and those who are available for the draft and which teams are probably going to go for what. We have a lot of stuff that we're working on with the draft that's going to be coming up in the coming weeks. We're going to be talking one Saturday. We're going to do a special show called Draft Busts. Tell us your draft bust. Who's the one of the ones you thought? Yeah. How about Marcus Russell? How about there's a lot of guys that are out there that have been draft busts for years, and the Steelers, I know something about that. Jarvis Too-Flow Jones and Artie Burns, and I could Troy Edwards. I could probably name you a ton of those types of things as well. So, All right, Tiger Stripes Media all says hello. Let me see. Scott Ganaway says hello, and there we are. Thank you guys for participating in the show. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and we're back with Twitch, Twitter, X, and the Kick Network. We're also on Pensman Sports, Tiger Stripes Media. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Tune into all of our YouTube channels and our YouTube material. Last night, Brian Pensman and I did a new show that we're going to possibly do. We're going to try to do it at least a couple times a month. It's called our Friday Night Free For All, where we talk just free for all. We talk about anything in sports, or probably we might even do anything in life. Maybe, who knows? You know what I mean? So before we came on the air, I was talking about some easy cooking methods to help you out as well. And I wish I had the equipment and the time. I probably would do a show teaching my handicapped brethren how to make easy meals that they could make that are, and affordable as well. So just to let everyone know. All right. I'm a little dragging this morning, but we're going to try to get through this a little bit. So let's get this going. Let's get this show on the road, as they say. Benjamin, good morning. Welcome to the program. Tell everybody I didn't get a hold of you and what's going on.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for everybody that's commenting so far. You can find me on YouTube, Pensman Sports. You can find me on all social media platforms. Subscribe to my channel. Try to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So be awesome if I can hit it, and also help Tiger Stripes get down there.
All right. Brian Pettit, how are you, Tiger Stripes Media?
I'm doing good. Just doing a little just doing a little cleaning up this morning and jumped on here and let's talk sports.
Yes, absolutely. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hey,
All right,
Ralph,
let's
I got a question for Brian real quick.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
We talked about some of the Steelers draft bust. What is some of your Niners draft bust? Just like
Oh,
I don't think there's too
oh,
many. I don't
oh,
think there's too many. I don't think is
too
there.
many.
yeah, no, but every team has them. So
Yeah, I can't think of one right now, but
you can't think of any.
I can't think of any except for
Okay.
haven't
No,
delved down.
I was
deep in-
just wondering if Niners made a mistake or not.
Well, see, here's the thing too. You got to understand. You get people who, unlike the Steelers, of course, as we mentioned, that don't have a lot of NFL busts in the draft. Let's take a look at Sean McVay of the Rams. He has not drafted a whole lot, and the whole time he's been the coach of the Rams, he's given up his drafts and went on and got all these free agents. How do you think he made it to the Super Bowl? It's not a bad plan, but it's also backfired on him. How many times has some of these free agents been hurt and he didn't have anybody depth-wise to fill in for these guys? So, I mean, at times it can bite you in the butt as well if you don't have draft picks, and the Rams have been a victim of that. And,
if Todd Gurley was healthy at that one, he would have had 2 Super Bowls.
Now, I do think the 49ers have messed up on the defense, though, a little bit, too,
Well, that's what happens when you have an offensive coach. And Salah
there's
being back.
There's the Niners mess up.
Yeah, there's where I think if you take a look at Salah coming back, I think that helped the 49ers a lot. I mean, but now he's gone again. He went to he's the head coach of the Tennessee Titans. And we're going to find out how he does there. And he has Brian Daboll as his offensive coordinator. And Brian Daboll, believe it or not, even though he's stinks as a head coach, is a very good offensive coordinator. He worked with Josh Allen up in Buffalo. Look at how many years Buffalo has been good, and they're still good. I mean, but we'll see what happens this year. Joe Brady now is the new head coach up there, former offensive coordinator. We're going to find out what he does. All right, let's get into these free agent wide receivers here. First, let's go into, we can't say George Pickens because he's already been franchised. Okay, so let's take George Pickens off the list. Keenan Allen was added from the Chicago Bears. Guys, Keenan Allen's been in the league a long time. He's been hurt. He's an aging veteran. What does that tell for teams? Brian, we'll start with you, guy. Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen, I think it'd be a good setup for him, where he ever goes. But you still got a lot to go on, and he's getting up there in age, and we'll see how long he lasts at this next team. But you got to put where you got to put yourself in the right position of a good team. You just can't go to a team that offers you a lot of money and everything.
No, not at all.
You cannot, and it just makes more sense. You got to pick your team where it is. You just can't go out there and go, okay, I want you, but you got to look at, like you said, Ralph, and like we said, coaches matter in the NFL.
Systems matter too. I mean, it all depends on your offensive system.
Yeah.
We have seen you can't shove a square peg into a round hole. That's something you can't do. And a lot of offensive coordinators, Claudio Rosano always says this. My good friend and co-host with me on Sports Corner, a radio show, he always says, sometimes these offensive coordinators tend to get too cute. And what happens is it backfires on them. There's no more simple run the football. There's no more simple. Everybody tries to get cute too much. And that can happen too. But you're right. Go ahead, Pensman, Keenan Allen.
He's in his 30s, so a lot of teams start looking away. So we'll see what team you got to look for it. Tennessee might, Carolina might. I don't know. I don't see too many teams. We need one, but I don't know how desperately we need to get one. But I don't know. I don't know. I think we'll stay away from that.
From the list I see here, guys, there's only one, maybe two guys that I would go for from the Steelers GM. If I'm the numbers cruncher, Omar Khan. And, and I keep telling people this, and people just don't listen. Omar Khan's the general manager. Let me tell you a little story here. Omar Khan is general manager on paper only. And the only reason I say that is because every year for the last, 5, 10 years maybe, Omar Khan has been interviewing for jobs to be a general manager. He is a numbers cruncher. He's good at working with the salary cap, spinning it around, getting the players where they need to be. The guy you need to look for is our assistant general manager to the assistant in the movie theater, Andy Weidel. He was the guy who put the Philadelphia Eagles team together when he was with Philly. Okay? He is the guy.
We did get Gainwell, though.
Yeah.
All right. Omar Khan is not a scout. Omar Khan is nothing but a numbers cruncher. So please, everyone, understand this before you sit there and go, well, Omar Khan this, Omar Khan that. Yeah, Omar Khan is a general manager, paper only. The Roonies didn't want to lose him to another team, so they bumped up his money and gave him a title of general manager. All right. Andy Weidel is the man. He's the guy that does all the scouting. He's the one that picks all the players. He's the one that does everything. Okay, so I just want to let everyone know that as well. And I don't think sooner or later the Steelers, I don't know how much money they're paying Andy Weidel, but they better start digging in their wallets because Andy Weidel, if the Steelers start winning in the next couple of years, he could be long gone. If the Steelers either don't bump him up as a GM or, don't want to pay him as usual. So, I mean, all right, let's go into Alec Pierce. This is a guy I would take from the Steelers. From the Colts, he's considered a premier free agent with a projected suggestion of a top-tier contract. We could see here we're already paying DK Metcalf. He's looking at $25 million plus per year due to his high yards per reception rating. Okay, with the Indianapolis Colts. Pensman, go ahead, Alec Pierce.
Pierce is awesome. I saw some highlights of him. I was on the phone with Tiger Straits Media down there. At the time, I was like, Alec Pierce just got released. And it's whoever's going to get him, he's going to get an explosive player. He's still young still. He's still got some years to go.
Yeah, Brian.
I think shoot. But what I think is Alex Pierce would be good for, he'd be good for the 49ers. I'll take him as the 49ers.
Yeah.
Replacement for Dabu.
Yeah, Well, he's back. Well, Deebo Samuel's still he's on free agency though.
Yeah, he's
on the free agency.
Just let him.
That's what I mean. That he can replace him.
Well, it's potential free agent. Now, I don't know if it's for true or not. Deebo Samuel's. We're looking at Rashad Shaheed from the Saints. We're looking at Wan'Dale Robinson from the Giants, and of course, I think the Steelers should take this guy, Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown. Yeah, Antonio Brown's cousin.
What do you think Tyreek Hill is going to go, Ralph?
Who?
Tyreek Hill. Yeah.
Cheetah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. He could go anywhere. We'll find out what happens. I don't.
Tyreek Hill went from cheetah to leopard.
Yeah, Tyreek. You know what though? If I'm the Steelers, I'd bring him in. I mean, you know what? What I don't understand is, and again, here, Pensman, I know you don't like George Pickens. I know a lot of people that don't. Okay, I get it. Okay, don't like George Pickens. But the biggest mistake the Steelers made last year was when they got rid of George Pickens and did nothing, and I mean nothing, to go get a second receiver to complement DK Metcalf. Nothing. All right. I hope they don't do that again this year, because if they do, it's the same results going to happen again. All right. And they need to go out and get aggressive. They had a chance to get Amari Cooper. They had a chance to get Beckham Jr. There were a lot of guys out there last year they had opportunities to get, and they just said, screw it and forget it. Cooper Kupp was available. There were a lot of guys out there. And what do? They bring in Adam Thielen, who I got nothing against Adam Thielen, good quality receiver. But you know what?
Rodgers and Thielen had good chemistry, even though they played.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I want to play for Mike Tomlin. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then when the playoff game came, you didn't do nothing for Mike Tomlin. And right. I got to tell you, it's not all Mike Tomlin. All these players that he brought in that wanted to play for him did nothing in the playoffs. Nothing. Yeah. So, like Ted Knight says in Caddyshack, absolutely, you get nothing. So, there you go. All right, let's go into mid-level options. Tutu Atwell, the Rams. Tutu Atwell. Go ahead, Pensman.
Atwell's another good one. He's a good slot receiver. He can give you the yardage. He'll get you what you need. I've always liked him. He was just with the wrong team. But Rams just misplayed him. That's all I think in my book.
All right,
They had
guys.
too many weapons with him.
Breaking news here. This affects you, Pensman. Ex-Michigan coach Ron Moore has accepted a plea deal after his arrest and firing. He has accepted a plea deal. So just to let everyone know. All right. Former Michigan football coach Sharon Moore has pleaded no contest to 2 misdemeanors in criminal case that arose immediately after he was fired for having an inappropriate relationship with an executive assistant. A lot of people don't know this, but this sort of same incident happened at Pitt. Everyone wanted to know why Walt Harris got fired. Walt Harris took Pitt to a real nice Fiesta Bowl bid against Utah. Got blown out by a Urban Meyer Utah team, 45-7 in the Fiesta Bowl. And I want to tell you, I said to myself, I wonder why he's getting fired. Then I found out why he was getting fired because I was in the media at the time. And here, Walt Harris did similar thing that Sharon Moore had done. Only difference was it didn't get this kind of play. All right. What he did was he was cheating on his wife behind her back with somebody in the athletic department. And here's the kicker of them all. And this is stupid, never takes a vacation. This guy had the audacity to go to a coach's clinic somewhere and hold hands with this woman. And guess what? They were on TV and the camera came up from a national TV. I think it was ESPN or something. Interviewed him about the Fiesta Bowl game and what was going to happen or for the season. And his wife saw them on TV holding hands. So Walt Harris got fired, went to Stanford for 1 year. Bill Walsh at the time was the athletic director there, or some kind of an alum there, or whatever. And he hired him because he worked with Bill Walsh in the past. And he hired him there at Stanford. He was there, I think, maybe 1, maybe 2 seasons, and he did nothing. And now, from what I understand, he was coaching high school at Fox Chapel High School in Pittsburgh. I don't know what he's doing anymore. But that happened at Pitt, and a lot of people didn't know about that. And Pitt did a really good job of keeping it hush-hush until he actually got fired. Dave Wannstedt was the one that got hired after him. But Walt Harris did a pretty good job. We used to call him Not My Fault Walt, but that was almost the same, similar situation. Sharon Moore accepts a plea deal. So he's going to be in the Hooskow for a little bit or something there. So, all right, Brian, Tutu Atwell.
I think he's a good receiver, slot receiver, like Pensman said. He can motor. He's young. He's still in his 20s, but he is getting up in there in age. I mean, you've seen some of these not the running back, but the wide receivers are over 30 years old or 34. But he'd be a good one, He can tangle up with the best, though. But like Pensman said, he didn't have enough time to develop there because you did have Cooper Kupp there at the time a couple years ago, too. So you had that one. Now you got some more. And they wouldn't want to pass to him anyway. They weren't going to, when he came into the league, they weren't going to do it because it was all Cooper Kupp. And now it's kind of mix-max. I think he lost his role while he was there, though,
Yeah, we're going to find out what the Rams do this year without Mike LaFleur as their offensive coordinator. They got Nate Shoehouse, the former, I finally pronounced his name right, the former game coordinator for the Rams and possible Steeler head coaching candidate. So there you are. All right, let's go into, let's see here. Who else we have here? All right, Dyami Brown, Commanders, Jacksonville. I don't know much about this guy, but we'll go with you, Brian. Go ahead.
I don't know much about him, but I think that he can go to a good team. He needs to go to a good team.
He can thrive with a better team. The Commanders last year, Jacksonville didn't do they did really well last year under Liam Cohen. But the Commanders had a lot of injuries last year, and Dan Quinn's team stunk up the joint. So, I mean, But Pensman, go ahead.
He sounds like a Brown already. Nobody knows him. You say it'll be perfect. You sign him up for the Browns and let him get hit around a little bit. I don't know. I don't know anything about him, but
Yeah, neither do I.
so
Curtis Samuel, Buffalo Bills. I'll take any receiver from the Bills. Josh Allen throws to him. So
That's right.
Case. Curtis Samuel, Pensman, go ahead.
like you said, he's a Buffalo Bill. I'll take him.
I'll take him.
He had Cole Beasley and he had Stephon Diggs, but now he has this guy. So let's give him. If he has Josh Allen experience, he'll bring the Josh Allen experience over. He'll tell him, be like, "Yo, place the ball here, and I'll catch it."
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Brian.
I think it'd be a good outfit for any team, But we will see what all these and just like they said a while ago. Now this time it's going to be only owners and everything. You got to have a good fit for them, for the
Right.
coaches, and you got to make the money because you don't know what they're going to offer. So this could get crazy. I mean, we're not even yet there. We're a couple days away from actually the new league. And
The
everything.
new league season. That's the new league season. Yes.
Yeah, the new league
It starts
season.
the 11th.
Right.
Yeah. So we're not too, and then we're going to see all chaos.
All
I think we're
kinds
going
of
to see
moving
chaos.
parts. It's moving parts going this way and going that way and
Yeah.
going this way and that way.
And
Yeah, it's gonna be-
Ralph, and this is what another thing is I mean, if I was one of the people that would give out, the draft stuff, you don't know where the teams are going to go now. You don't
Right.
really know because one move can make a whole draft, make it totally different, as we seen last night with Crosby,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Nobody expected Max Crosby to even move, although
Yeah.
I think he wanted out to begin with because the Raiders have been so bad over the
Yeah.
years, and the Davis brothers have just made some bad decisions since L died, and it's been amazing there. All right,
I would laugh so hard if it backfires, like the Ravens missed the playoffs. I'll be dying.
Wouldn't it be something though? Like Micah Parsons. I mean, Green Bay did all that for Micah Parsons, and I told everybody, and nobody believed me, that Micah Parsons has a back injury. And I says Green Bay's gonna regret this.
Nah.
Oh, no, if you don't know what you're talking about,
Hey.
Micah Parsons is the best thing since sliced bread. Well, guess
Hey,
what?
Ralph.
Well, guess what happened?
Oh, Ralph, just letting you know, Green Bay just lost the special teams coach to Clemson this week.
Get out of here.
No, I'm serious. He's now he's actually now the new he's now this new special teams coach. I can't pronounce his name, but yeah, Green Bay lost a special team coach to Clemson this week. So
wow.
So yeah, that's
Yeah, look, it looks like Matt LaFleur's staff's starting to get a little, you know what I mean? So we will find out what goes on with that. All right, last one here, and then we're going to move on to available wide receivers for the NFL draft. Okay, Mike Evans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, again, here we go. Another, how these wide receivers are kind of a head case, causing some issues down in Tampa. The big debate this past week on the Sports Web show with Peter Blake was whether or not Tampa would want him back. If he did, he'd probably have to come back at a discount. If he goes anywhere, it might have to be at a discount. Would he be willing to play for a discount? That's going to be the biggest question. Mike Evans available. Go ahead, Brian.
I don't know if you could. I wonder if the team will just gamble on him, but he's going to come with a big price tag.
Oh yeah.
If he offers let's say if he goes, I'm just going to call a team out, and this has nothing against this team, but let's say if he wants to go to the Lions, okay. Well, if he goes to the Lions, well, he can offer them so much of money, and then they go, well, we don't have it, and then he has to back out.
Yeah,
And
he might have to. He might have to go for a cheap somewhere. I mean, I've said that before. There are veterans out there that priced themselves out of business. They
Bruce Wilson did
out.
1 year for 13.
Yes, exactly, Benjamin. And that happens a lot. And some of these guys, and then
And
they end up playing somewhere for the cheap. And I always say that the Steelers should be looking at things like that. I'd be eyeballing that stuff. 'Cause you
And
never know, you know.
also, if he goes out the price range, I want 6 years for I don't know what the price range would be, but it would be insane. And then he going around going, well, I'll do this, and then he might not even get to play next year. If he goes to the money, you know what I'm saying though, the money market might
Yeah,
bite
it
him.
might dry up. It might
Yeah.
not. It might be too much. He might not even play, and that's
Yeah, that would. Yeah,
That's a-
and he's a good
that's a
receiver
risky
though.
a risk you take, and that's so. All right, Pensman, go ahead. Your thoughts, Mike Evans.
Why do you do this every week, Brian? Everything I'm gonna say, you say it. But Brian's right. The reason I say that is because you can get Mike Evans, you can sign him for like a year for like for 20 million, and then he could be with the Steelers, and him and DK will be perfect together.
All right.
And you want him on Steelers too.
Oh, I would love to have Mike Evans on the Steelers, and like you said, Pensman, even if we get him for 1 year and go to the Super Bowl, that's a bargain. I mean,
you have to come up with your deal. Even though it's Mike Tomlin's no longer the coach, but you still have to go with your bet.
Oh, but we don't know who wants to play for Mike McCarthy. I mean, you got guys out there that may have played at one time with Mike McCarthy or know Mike McCarthy for his reputation.
Dak Prescott might. I'm just saying.
I would trade for him.
I'm just saying, if Rodgers goes and him and Dak were like that,
you know what? He might want out of Dallas with that Jerry Jones stuff down there. I mean,
I
would never play for Jerry Jones.
Him and Mike McCarthy were tight.
Jerry Jones could pay me triple when I wouldn't work for him. So there you go. All right, here we go. Wide receivers available in the draft. NFL Buzz. We're going to start with 10. We're going to go with NFL Buzz has the top 12. We'll start at number 12. Malachi Fields, wide receiver, Notre Dame. This is not a bad guy who would be a good pick. 218 pounds, 6'4", ran a 4.61 at the combine. Start with you, Pensman. Go ahead. Malachi Fields, Notre Dame.
Perfect jump ball situation. If him and the different defender will be going back, he can get that ball. He'll be a good wide receiver for anybody.
Okay, Brian, and then when we get to the next one, we're going to go to Brian first because this affects him. Go ahead, Brian.
I like him. He was a good. He's tall, lanky. But he is kind of a little bit of slow though. But he still runs a 4.61. So we'll see how he does. A good team.
I'm just looking. I'm just talking about red zone threat.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw a preliminary mock draft, 3 rounds. Steelers. Now, Steelers are supposedly cornerback Finneman. I saw Ty Simpson in the 2nd round. And here's a name. Wait a minute. Hold on. Before you
get going.
You get going there, Pensman. 3rd round, Antonio Williams, Clemson. Brian, go ahead. Antonio Williams.
He's a little short. What you want. He's not like you remember Hopkins came out of Clemson, all these special receivers. Yeah. He needs to get a little bit more weight on him. And I know that he only runs a 4.41. He's ranked out of the top 11 out of the receivers, but his height, it kind of worries me, but he's got a lot of leap ability, and I've seen him pluck some balls out of the ball, and also he can run. So he's a little bit almost like Hopkins and some of the Clemson formal wide receivers, but he can get it done, but you just got to mold him in there because he can do, and he does fumble a little bit. That's his problem. He does do that a little bit.
Fumbleitis, huh?
Yeah, he's got a little fumble, But no, he's got good speed. So,
Yeah, it looks here from what I'm seeing here, 4.41 on the 40-yard in the combine. So
yeah.
All right, Antonio Williams, go ahead, Pensman. I was talking about one mock draft. Go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he reminds me of of a younger Deontay Johnson. You say he fumbles a lot. He could be a threat, but I'm just saying that he could be a factor. But don't you agree that he could be a Deontay Johnson?
That could happen. Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
You know, so
He was good, but he fumbled a lot and he spun around like a dog had to take a crap. So
yeah. I could every time Deontay Johnson caught a pass, Pensman, I always was like, is he going to go backwards or is he going to go
I know.
different directions or something?
It's like he's looking for a spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Yeah, like,
And Pensman, here's another thing about him. They said as a weakness, changes direction. This is like his weakness, and what changes of directions numbers suggested average short area, ability to tighten space. You know, so that's just one of his weakness. Below average play strength shows up at a limit when asking to block in a big run game.
right.
So, you know, he's got to be trained on that and be better blockers. That's just some of his weakness, you know.
Well,
that'd be
that's
good for Warren.
why he's in the third round. I mean,
Yeah.
this was just one mock draft that I saw. Okay.
Yeah.
He's in the third round now. Every week starting next Saturday, I will bring a mock draft with me to the show from somebody, whether it's NFL Network, whether it's the National Association of Janitors or whatever. I'm going to bring a mock draft here, and you know what's going to happen here. We're going to go.
I want to see if Ralph would make a draft one time just for the fun of it. The top 25.
Well, I'm going to make a Steeler draft for who I believe they're going to take. They have four.
Ralph is a good guy. He always includes janitors in everything.
That's right. Hey, you know what?
Exactly.
I have no problem with the working class.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying he includes the janitors in everything, so that's not a bad thing. So you guys subscribe to his channel.
People
exactly.
clean up horse manure. I mean, you know, I include everybody. So
I bet you Ralph's wife can actually draft if she knew a little bit about your wife.
Yeah, she knows a little bit about some of these players.
Let her draft with you and see who wins that one. That'd be funny though.
I am since you speaking of that, I heard her on the phone one day. She's like, "Oh, we got him."
Yeah, she did that draft last year. She was like, "We got him." I said, "Yeah, we did," because she was at the draft party with me with Draft Nation, who
that was hilarious.
I sponsor. I sponsor Draft Nation every year for the draft, so I help them out a little bit. So you know, and I get this nice little banner up that says RW Media Productions. There you go. But so hasn't done me too good in the subscriber part of it on YouTube or whatever, but that's fine. All right, all I got to do is get these people in Pittsburgh away from the other stations and start coming my direction. That's what I need to happen. All right, number 10, and I don't understand if Antonio Williams at number 11 with draft is that kind of a situation. I'm surprised he's number 11 on this draft buzz thing. So, but that's all right. Zachariah Brown, number 10, wide receiver, Georgia. Good program. Always wins, always has a good offensive thing. But remember this year, guys, Georgia was in a low-scoring dogfights all year long. Remember that. So their offense really didn't, move much. So he's 5'9". He's small, 5'9". Ran a 4.35. Let's start with you, Pensman. Go ahead, Zachariah Branch.
Hey, if we get Branch and we get Kyler Murray, we got the two shortest players throwing the catch to each other. But I'm just saying that if his speed is good, everything's good, and if he gets through the secondary quick and he has an opening, then why throw it? And then you can throw to him. But
he could be a better Calvin Austin.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He could be a better Calvin Austin. I mean, and not in the tub all the time. So
we actually know who this guy is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of people don't know, and another thing too. I heard some stories recently. Some rumors came out about Roman Wilson. I heard that he was not a very good teammate. Supposedly, Arthur Smith didn't like him and didn't really want him involved in the offense. I don't understand. For a guy like Arthur Smith, who has a real simple offense, how you can not understand his offense. I just don't get it. I mean, but I heard some stories about that, and I don't know what's going to happen to Roman this year. Maybe he'll excel under Mike McCarthy. I don't know. But I heard some stories, bad teammate, bad practice habits, a lot of things with him. And it seems like he got in a doghouse with the coaching staff. But go ahead, Brian, Zachariah Branch.
I think he'll do good. But he's got to put on some weight. Like Ralph said, he's only at a 177.
Yeah, he's at 177 pounds.
So he's got to put on some pounds if he's going to be up there, and you got to have muscle mass to go with it. So they got a lot of, that's what these called rookies. But I mean, they're grading him a late second and early, second to, second round to second round, and could be later. So he's just got to put on some muscle mass, but I think he's going to be a good receiver for whoever. I mean, put him in a slot, make him short back there. He can actually return kicks. Can you imagine that, Ralph?
I've been barking. Ask Pensman here, ask Smoking Jim Frazier, ask all my colleagues. I have been barking about the Steelers getting somebody in here that can return kicks and punts. We need somebody to do that.
Yeah, we haven't had anybody since Brown.
Oh, it's terrible. I mean, and then you had your two starting running backs last year playing in that position. I mean, I just,
Well, Ralph, I got a question for that one. I got a subject for that one. I mean, if you were a coach of any college and professional or whatever,
right.
don't want any of your main receivers running back there? Wouldn't you want somebody that would be quicker, that he could be a second string or third string thing that can help you out, just to spring you loose one good one if you needed time.
Hey, you know what? Frank Beamer, former coach of Virginia Tech, he made his living and winning games on special teams.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't understand. John Harbaugh was a special teams coach. Bill Cowher was a special teams coach. I don't understand what the heck is going on. And I get special teams is kind of like because of that new setup they have now in the NFL, which stinks. All right. But anyway, special teams returns are important. I understand salary cap, roster moves. You don't want a guy that just does that. You need a guy. A lot of people like Mike Tomlin used to say, we got a guy who can do 3 or 4 different things. All right. And that's what today's NFL is. You got to be able to do 2 or 3 jobs. We have long snappers. Long snappers can also play linebacker. You know what I mean? So that's the type of stuff that they want done. So if this guy comes in here and you get him in a late round or second round or third round, and he has a lot of speed, and you can get him in seams where no one can see him, get the ball to him, and he runs it down the field for a touchdown, that's a bonus. He returns kicks, punts, that's a bonus. Okay, but we need somebody. People don't realize how important special teams is. Look at Al Davis, the year that he drafted Janikowski in the first round, and then he took a punter, Shane Leckler, in the second round. In the third round, he took a long snapper because every game the year before that, they lost by 1 to 3 points because of bad special teams. Okay, that is the purpose of what I'm saying about how important special teams is. And a lot of people, you watch games, offense, defense, who cares about special teams? Special teams is very important. You can win and lose games with special teams. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually
especially now.
Yes, absolutely, Pensman. Actually, I hate to say this, but I'm kind of glad Danny Smith is gone. I really am, because I want to see younger blood in there, somebody who can return punts and kicks. Maybe this guy can get somebody. And if I'm
Ralph,
the
Ralph, you're with me. Steelers and Ravens came down to the last kick, and then they missed the field goal.
And Loop did the loop. He did the left or the right loop. He did the right loop.
So the game could be decided on a field goal.
And
there you go.
And I always sit there and I do my Caddyshack imitation when he was trying to putt the ball, and D'Annunzio was going, miss it, miss. So I sit there when the kicker from the opposing team, I go, miss it. Come on, miss it, miss it, miss. And I told my wife, I said, watch, Loop's gonna miss this. And guess what happened? He missed it. I was like, whoa. I said, this kid's gonna miss it. And so but but there you are. All right, let's move on here. All right. Let's see. Gurmy Bernard, wide receiver, Alabama, 206 pounds, 6'1", 4.48 at the combine in the 40. Start with you, Pensman. Go ahead. Bakari Brown, wide receiver, Alabama.
If you play for Alabama, you have to be good, and Steelers look at Alabama players.
Oh, they like Alabama players. Yeah.
So I don't know. It could be a threat. Could be, I don't know. But you can't go by Alabama because Alabama was so up and down. So I don't know.
Yeah,
It'll be interesting.
Mo Guy says hello. I like Mo Guy because now he's got his act together after a few
Last
times. But yeah, Mo Guy says hello. Hello, Mo Guy. Welcome everybody on the chat here. Richard, welcome aboard as well. And on the board here, as my old friend Ryan would say on his show, welcome to the board. So there you go. All right.
Yeah,
Brian,
Richard said, tighten up, Brian.
I know. Bryce is always tighten up to me when he calls me.
Kermie Bernard. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think it'd be a good for a late round. They said on here on the draft report that says some of the things that they're saying that he does. He tracks the deep ball well in flight, adjusts the speed of angles, and he feels the outplaying hit, his speed time. He's got good hands on third downs. So he just only had and here it is. And this is, I know you looked up this, Ralph, but Pensman, here's something that you love. He's reliable hands on third down. Just 4 drops in 232 career targets is an outstanding catch rate. So what do you think about that?
Hey, that's great because you know why? Steelers had trouble with third down. They've always had trouble with third down. So that's going to be a great thing.
You know who he reminds me of?
That's trouble with third down. Go ahead.
And Ralph, you know who he reminds me of?
What's that, Brian?
And I'll tell you, reliable that's got hands that they've kind of messed up with the Raiders too. Is I'm going to go back to the Clemson Renfro. They messed him up when he went to the Raiders. Yeah. So he was small, he could catch anything, and they just ruined him.
You're talking about Hunter.
Yep, this guy reminds me of it.
Renfro, yeah.
Hunter can catch anything on third down, even though he was small. So that's just one of those things that I just kind of related to.
He reminds me of Cole Beasley too.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, guys. Number 8. Okay, now Wednesday night on Steel City Sports World, we had a discussion about this guy because this guy was brought up. Wouldn't be a bad idea. In fact, he's in one of a mock draft of the Steelers taking him in the first round. Omar Cooper Jr., wide receiver, Indiana, 199, 6 feet, 4.42 at the combine. Start with you, Brian. Go ahead.
I've covered the championship game. I covered some of their games this year, the last couple of games that they were in. I think that he was actually he's going to be good. I liked him a lot. He can go up there, run with the best of them, good receiver, made big plays when it needed. If it wouldn't be for him, they would probably not been in a championship game.
And I'll say this, the Steelers with Mike McCarthy, it's going to be more wide receivers, I believe, this year. The Steelers are going to need to get this guy if they can. And from what I've seen, and when I watched him in some games, to me, he doesn't look like I said, Wednesday, he became the topic of conversation because a few guys brought him up, and I saw a mock draft with, I forget who it was, that said the Steelers may take him in the first round. I think he's a good first round pick, but go ahead, Pensman.
Reminds me of Mari Cooper.
Yeah.
But if you see his hot, if he can explode from the defense, he can do that. He can just get open and he can catch anything. And I don't think his fumble ratio was that bad.
Not at all. Okay, here's another guy. Kind of went under the radar a little bit this year because Louisville had some, up and down kind of season. Chris Bell, wide receiver, two triple deuces on weight, and 6'2", 4.44 in the combine. Start with you, Pensman. Go ahead.
If you don't judge a player by where he goes to school, you can't.
No, you can't do that.
No,
but I
you
mean,
can't do that. Yeah.
I'm just letting the
He had a
average
good year at
viewer
Louisville.
know.
He had a good year at Louisville,
Yeah.
but Louisville was kind of like an
Yeah.
up and down team this year.
Yeah, he's good. He's got good numbers. He's got good speed. He's got good numbers. He doesn't fumble much. Like we need a wide receiver. There's a lot of teams that need wide receivers that don't fumble a lot. There's a couple of times that they're going to knock the ball out of your hands, but there's a couple wide receivers like Deontay Johnson that just catches and just drops the ball just for fun. So, but he won't do that. He'll play hard for you. So, whoever drafts him, he'll be good for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Brian, go ahead.
I think the Cards played him way too little is what they did, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
yeah,
fell
they
under
did.
the radar. I mean, he really.
Because I don't remember anybody talking about him, and when you just talked about it, I was looking like, who is Chris Bell? You know.
Yeah.
So but I mean, he's got the same. He's got. I mean, he does have a little, but that's what you want in a wide receiver, 202, between 215 and 220.
6'2", 220. I mean, it's not a bad size. And then it says here that he has took and the feel, or he has the look and the feel of a true X receiver.
Yeah.
Right? So there you go. So, all right, guys, let's move on here. We'll start with you, Brian. Pensman, Chris Brazzell, the second wide receiver, Tennessee, 198 pounds, 6'4", tall, linky kid, 4.37 at the combine. Go ahead, Pensman.
See what you can do. He sounds like a good red zone threat if you get down to the 20-yard line and you need a ball that's thrown in the air, then he'll be a perfect one. I hear a couple of names that'll be good red zone threats, and that's what teams are looking for.
Yeah, red zone threat. There we go. That's another important thing. Not in the first round though, but who knows with this kid? But they got him at number 6 in NFL or this draft buzz. Brian, go ahead.
He does have some upsize. So I mean, they said that his combine was actually really good downfield and everything, but I wonder if he can get up though, throw the 50-50 ball.
Well, it says here he showed up at the combine with the reputation of a long, fluid receiver who could win downfield and at catch point, and at the catch point, he walked out. So I don't walked out of the combine. I don't know what happened. But,
but that doesn't, Ralph, and that doesn't look good on you at all.
No,
so
it does not.
Unless you have a family emergency or something.
I know. But I mean, if he just simply walked out and said, I'm done, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good because you have interviews there.
I'm just saying until we hear why he walked out, that's one thing.
Well, he could have had a family emergency. I understand. I get that, but I mean, but there are guys who just simply just walk away.
Exactly.
So
that hurts your name.
All right,
it does.
I saw this one, and I will take anybody that comes from Mike Elko's football team because they're tough. Mike Elko's a tough head coach at Texas A&M. All right. KC Concepcion. I saw mock draft Steelers to take him in the first round. Could happen. 6 feet, 4.46 speed, 196 is his weight. Now he has explosiveness. Is rear and rare. Okay, but it says Concepcion can threaten any blade of grass within 15 yards of the line of scrimmage and his ability. There you go. All right. Start with you, Brian. Go ahead.
I like him.
Oh, I like him too. And anybody that
I've heard there's a couple times where he's got the speed, but the weight is right there where you want it. He does. I mean, he's not going to get any higher, but if you're in the top 5 in the NFL, of anything, you're pretty dang good,
Oh yeah. Yeah, so absolutely.
It depends on what they think about him,
That's exactly.
And Ralph, he's got to go to a good team too. with a good quarterback that'll throw it to him. You know.
That's true. You know, there are a lot of teams that don't throw the ball; they run the ball a lot. You know.
Yep.
And you know, you're right. You're exactly correct. He can thrive. It depends on the system. It all depends on who the coach is and the system is.
Yep.
All right, Pensman, go ahead. Casey Concepcion.
Brian's gonna be mad after that comment. No, after he said that the Raiders have the first and the 14th pick. I could see Casey going there to help Mendoza.
Yeah, that could happen,
Yeah.
just like the Dart Scadaboot connection up.
No,
in
Brian just said that he can go to a good team. I'm like, he's
Well,
not gonna like my take. It could happen though.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, Clint Kubiak down there with the Raiders could pull out with Liam Cohen, first year coach, went to the playoffs. I mean, you know, it all depends on what's going on. He's assembling a good coaching staff. We'll see.
And I saw Casey on some of the games because I'm a football nut, and I saw that he has strong hands. He can take ball, and he took a ball from a defender, and he's like, "That's mine." And then he just went up the field a little bit.
Right. Well, that's what
Just
I'm
take
saying.
it from him.
Yeah.
You play for. Look at what Mike Elko did with Duke. Duke was nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
They had Cutcliffe. David Cutcliffe is their head coach. He was okay. Yeah. Then he as the older he got, his team started to drop over the last 5 years that he was there at Duke. He did well at Duke too. Then Manny Diaz came in. Now he's at Duke. Mike Elko did well there. And now he's at Texas A&M. He's doing good there as well. And his teams are tough. All right. Yep. And that's why I like that guy. Like anybody comes from his program, they're all tough guys. Like Brian said, you know, or Pensman said, there can get the ball and just really. All right. Next, this is I've seen this on a lot of mock drafts so far. Steelers could end up with Denzel Boston, but a lot of people are not sold on this kid. Washington. 212, 6'4", 4.52 in the at the combine. Boston isn't going to run past NFL corners with pure speed, but the plays in the position with intelligence and physicality that should help. So that's the Steelers' kind of a wide receiver. Physicality, somebody who can block, somebody sounds to me like another Hines Ward. You know, knock you around a little bit when after he catches the football. You know what I mean? Hey, that's what it sounds like to me. But a lot of people are not sold on this kid. I don't know why, but Brian, go ahead.
Yeah, he's 200. He's 6'4" though. That's what you can.
Yeah.
You know, but he's got. You could put him. You can put him in the. You can put him actually on a. I wonder if he's good. He'd be good in the red zone because he could go up there and get it. You know.
Yeah, and
I wonder
intelligence.
Intelligent. Yeah. So he'd put him in the red zone, see what he could do, but he's not a speedster, you know, like you want to.
No,
but
he's not fast. That's what it says here.
So you know, it depends on what you want. You know, if he's going to be a third down guy, if you want to be in the red zone to see if he can go get the 50-50 balls, that's the whole entire time, but not the speed right there. But he's in the top 3, you know.
All right, here we go. Max Crosby signing with the Steelers is more trouble. 4-13 season coming for the Ravens. That's according to this. Well, you know what? We don't know that, but you know what? I'm hearing mixed results about Jesse Minter. I mean, I hear he's good. I hear he's not good. I hear it was a bad hire. I mean, you know, but we'll find out when the season starts what's going to happen. All right, go ahead, Pensman. Denzel Boston.
Well, with Boston here, I can see with Boston here that he could be a good. He could block for Jalen Warren. That we don't have to worry about the two tight end set.
Right.
And he could just get in front of the defender and get the short yardage, and then throw long to DK and Roman if they're open. But I just don't see it. This is not that big of a threat for the Steelers if you want to go out, and this is not a big name. But if we do draft him, I can see him like you said, a blocker to block for Jalen Warren since we got one tight end now.
Yeah, well,
tight end.
Yeah, we have Fryermuth, and then we have Darnell Washington, but Washington's hurt, and we don't know what his status is coming back.
Yeah,
And,
I think
you know,
I think
and
I think it's gonna be another regular setup, not the two tight end setup.
Yeah, they just got done rid of Jonnu Smith, so
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where the Steelers are going to go with tight end.
Welcome
All
to
right.
the stream, Jacoby. Welcome back.
Yeah, there you go. All right, here we go.
That's another guy from last night.
We got 3 more to go here, and then we're going to wrap it up. Carnell Tate, wide receiver, Ohio State, 192.62, 4.3 in the combine, a little slow. But it says here Tate is a potential technically sound, wide receiver with who wins with precision body control and in an understanding of coverage and structure. All right, guys. Oh, I like that structure. There you go.
I do too. I like that word structure. You know,
Structure. Yeah, that's like when you watch if you ever watch Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives on the Food Network, and Guy Fieri goes, "Oh, the texture of the sandwich." You know what I mean? You know, the structure. So
he must have the whole entire body, but he doesn't have the speed.
The speed, exactly.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So go ahead, Bensman.
This guy reminds me of another AJ Brown. I've seen him in college, and I think he's another AJ Brown. And then you guys say about his speed, he'll get his speed with the right coach and everything. They'll work with him, and I think he can work with it.
Oh yeah,
Brian, he can get in open space.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pensman on that one too.
All right,
but I do like that.
Here's a guy I like. He's from South Carolina. I like this
South Carolina.
Well, USC. Excuse me, USC.
Oh, I'm sorry, USC.
Yeah, USC.
I'm sorry, USC. Malachi Lemon. All right, so
there's my boy. There's my boy.
I hope he's not Lemon. I mean,
there's my boy.
5'11", 448. It says Lemon operates in that slot dominant arch type where intelligence and technique compensate for what he lacks in straight time speed. So there you go. Right there. Brian, go ahead. Malachi Lemon.
Small but athletic, you know?
Yes.
Small and athletic, but he doesn't have, I mean, he's got a 4.4. So, but he ranks number 3rd, you know, ranks overall. And they grade him, Pensman, I know you can't see it, but they rate him at an 88.6 out of 100. Mm-hmm. So that might tell you where he goes. So I would take him. I mean, even though he don't have the height, let him out, let him see what he can do. But I like the last name though. That is kind of cool though.
Lemon or Lemon.
Lemon. Yeah.
All right. Pensman, go ahead.
Well, if you guys aren't into wrestling, which you shouldn't because of this man over here, the reigning, defending, undisputed champion, it will be Lemon. He'll be the beast of it, man. Him and DK would be a beast mode together. I think that if he get one side and Lemon would go on the other side, that defense would be like, cover him.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, excuse me, guys. I had to stretch out a little bit here. All right. Now, here's a guy, another one that's pinned on, I've seen on at least 3 or 4 mock drafts. Number 1, according to Draft Buzz, Jordan Tyson. I don't know if he's related to Mike Tyson, but, wide receiver, 203, Arizona State, 6'2", 4.50 in the combine. Now, it says this is a receiver who wins with craft, body control, and is it has a competitive fire. It says rather than an overwhelming physical tools. His 4.5 speed is not where we want it to be, but it's let's go, Brian. Go ahead.
I like him. Let's just see what he can do.
I think, and they have him on some Steeler mock drafts. They have this guy going to Steelers in the first round, but we'll see. Go ahead, Pensman.
Another stay with the defender and get a couple yardage. he might get into open space, but not as much as other receivers that we talked about. But he can get into open space, but he won't be explosive like some wide receivers we talked about.
All right, I got an email here from in our mailbag, RalphWilliams737 at gmail.com. It's from Kenny. Kenny is from Texas. He says, Ralph, he says, sad to hear that you're leaving KFCE. I listen to your show every day, every week. I enjoy all the material you put out on social media. He says, especially this show. I really enjoy your Saturday sports show. And I also enjoy all your other content. It's great to see that you, Pensman, and Brian work together like this. And also, I saw you last night on the Sports Nuts filling in for Brandon Keeler. But he says, great material, guys, and great work on the show. Thank you, Kenny from Texas. So there you go. All right. Just to let everyone know that one as well, as I was checking our emails. All right. Let's wrap things up here today. Closing statements here, or whatever, as they say in court, closing arguments or closing statements. So in closing here, final thoughts, and we're going to wrap it up. Tell everybody that they can get a hold of you. Start with you, Pensman. Go ahead.
Did Brian Pettit actually do it, or what? No, I'm joking, Brian.
Thank you so much.
You can find me on the YouTube on Pensman Sports and all social media platforms. Tonight I'll be covering the Penguins and Flyers game. It'll probably be this like I've been doing all week. So just tune into that, and then a whole bunch of stuff coming up. I'm gonna try different stuff on my channel to get more views. So we'll see what happens. Try to help me get to 2,000 subscribers. And by the end of the year, that'll be great. Got Yankee content coming up at the end of the month when the World Baseball Classic continues, and then we'll get into regular season. You'll see more Yankee content on my channel. So subscribe to my channel. I don't want you guys missing a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, like Aerosmith says, you don't want to miss a thing. So there you go. All right, Brian, go ahead with your final thoughts, and how can everybody get a hold of you?
Well, after about tomorrow, most of the shows will actually be uploaded on most of the platforms like iHeartRadio, YouTube. Well, YouTube is always here, but no, on like Apple Podcast and all the other platforms that you can find, even on, we could actually put this on now. We could put it on the Amazon Podcast.
Amazon Podcast.
Yes. So
all
yes.
Right. Congratulations, Brian, for doing that. There you go. And this show also is uploaded, speaking of uploaded, on Fan First Sports Network and also on Draft Nation. And this will be uploaded on Amped Up Sports' Facebook page. So anyone's interested in all that, that is where this show will be as well. I am Ralph Williams. I have my own YouTube channel, Ralph Williams RW Media. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And also don't forget to tune into all my programming throughout the week. And also don't forget, this afternoon, 2 to 3 p.m. on 1250 a.m., The Answer 92.5 on the FM dial, the Sports Corner radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree. Coming soon. Friday, 5 o'clock p.m., 6:20 a.m. WKHB in Pittsburgh. We will be on 2 days a week, 2 stations, Friday and Saturday. So coming to 6:20 a.m. WKHB in Pittsburgh, 5 o'clock p.m. Friday. Coming soon. I'll give you dates and times. Please stay tuned to my social media platforms for that as well. And also don't forget tomorrow morning. Oh, yeah. And don't forget tomorrow morning. And don't forget tomorrow morning, the Ralph Williams Show, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on 1250 The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial, theanswerpgh.com, with my co-host Tony Moreno here. All right, and don't forget, Wednesday, the City of Brotherly Love. Speaking of the Ralph Williams Show, coming soon as well. It'll be on a Monday, probably around 2 o'clock. 620 WKHB in Pittsburgh. Drive time in Pittsburgh. Isn't that wonderful? I never thought it would happen, but it is. AM 620 WKHB. Mondays, 2 o'clock. That's coming up as well. As soon as I sign the contract and the ink gets dried up, we're going to be ready to roll. So we are just about ready to roll on all that stuff. So, and also don't forget, in Philadelphia, here we go. All right. And then also, don't forget on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Wait a minute. Let me sit on here. 7:30 p.m. every Wednesday, the way I see it, Delmarva edition. Boy, did I stir up a stew pot in the Delmarva area, and I love every minute of it, too. And don't forget to join us here every single Saturday morning, 10 a.m. for the Saturday Sports Show with me, Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports, and Brian Pettit. And also, you can catch me on Facebook and several other social media platforms. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to all of our material. Stay tuned on all of our social media platforms for all of our different shows. And please like and subscribe to all of us here for Pensman Sports and Brian Pettit. I'm Ralph Williams. Until next week, have yourself a great weekend. And please don't forget to put your clocks up an hour. I know you're going to lose an hour of sleep. Maybe you can make it up sometime today or whatever.
Don't be late for Monday for work.
That's right.
That's right. Don't be late.
Yeah, there you go. You know,
Our church on Sunday too.
You know, when I used to go to church up in Pittsburgh at the one church, our pastor used to remind everybody about that because people would show up late for church. It'd be like, what, 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock, we're leaving church and it's 11 o'clock. And they're like, well, wait a minute. Why is church leaving? It's 11 o'clock because you didn't change the clock, you know, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, all right, everyone have a great day and please have a safe weekend. Be safe. We'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Thank you.
You too.